Okay, trying again here. All right, hopefully it doesn't kick us off. So, hey everyone, we are here and super excited. Happy Thursday. Laura is on too. Laura, do you kind of want to tell them where in the world you are today?
Yeah, I'm actually somewhere in the countryside in England. I rented a small motorhome and we just visited Stonehenge. And now we're going to Salisbury to see the Magna Carta. And then tomorrow I'm going to see actually the house where Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice, Sense Sensibility. They even have the desk where she was actually writing this amazing novel. And then I'm going to go see her grave as well. So that's pretty exciting. And then after that, we're going to drive to Wales.
Yeah, she's keep an eye out for a picture that she had put because in here because we are getting a lot of pictures of where she is and how much fun she's having. So, all right. If you're on though, say hello to everyone that's on. Hey there. Okay, I see them commenting. Great. Okay, so now that we are on, we're good. If you're watching the replay, comment replay. Laura, do you want to kind of kick it off? Because I know you're going to have to
Sure.
leave sooner than me.
Yeah, a couple of resources for everybody. We posted a PDF a few days ago in the group, so make sure you download that PDF. Has a lot of your information about today's topic, which is about having an impact through real estate investing. And also, I did a blog post, which is in realestateinvestingwomen.com, and actually is the latest blog post that got posted. I saw that today. And I went into a lot more details about what does it mean to invest with impact. So make sure you check those resources out. And that one of the things I can say is I heard this from a few years ago, and it made total sense to me. Any business where you can make a difference, with real estate being one of them, has to do with people. And this is what a lot of people forget. The real estate is a people's business, but also great fortunes are made in real estate because you're dealing with people. Any type of business where you're going to make a lot of money is because it has an impact on people where society is never going to be the same again. Think about it. Real estate. Think about Amazon too. How much it changed people's lives. Anything that has a business that impacted people and made a difference, this is where the catalyst of doing this, which is you in this case as a real estate investor, are making a lot of money, but you're creating win-win situations. This is something very important for you to understand. So there is nothing wrong about going out there and real estate investor. How do you make a difference? You take, I'm sorry, what?
You're breaking up a little bit, but you're coming
You
back.
take a lot of these properties. Okay. And properties that are just sitting there, and you fix them up and put them back in circulations as rentals. You help low income housing. There are what they call opportunity zones. I explain a lot more in my blog post if you check it out. There are so many grants and help to really get the people to do some, to get this property for people that need the help. Rental property or low income housing that people can purchase and so forth. So as a real estate investor, you can make a great difference. And there's a ton of resources out there for people that want to do so, from grants to do so, from different type of opportunity zones and other type of plans. And also financing like 203Ks, FHA loans, and so forth. So with that said, this is how you make an impact. As real estate investors, we are in the prime zone to do that because we're out there. We're looking for distressed property. We're looking for situations, and we are creating solutions. This is another thing I heard recently from one of the women that inspired me, is that I am out there to create solutions for people. I fix things. And this is how I've been successful in real estate. So if you combine the fact of you fixing things, making a difference, making an impact, and then combine with all the resources that are out there for people that want to do so, creating win-wins. This is how fortunes are made. Let's pick up the PDF and go check the blog and go a lot of details of everything.
Right. For those that are just getting on, Laura is in Stonehenge, so her signal's kind of a little iffy at times, but hopefully we'll be able to hear her. Okay, so Laura, anything else you want to say before I get into the content? Because I know you have to go, but I wanted to make sure they got to say hi to you.
Yeah, no, we are actually hosting a master class here on the 28th. I will still be in England at the time, but I'm going to chime in for this particular master class. So it's going to be very special in a lot of ways. First of all, we're going to cover all different, is whole new topics about what is actually working right now. Because, you know, the fact is, unless we ignore it, there is an elephant in the room here, which is real estate, the economy, things that are changing, interest rates, you know, the perceptions, how do you find properties? Society in general has a different way of viewing things. I see this through my travels throughout the world. People have a different way of viewing things, and honestly, how they view America and how we're dealing with things. So with that said, you know, not doing that, not tackling that, it's just ignoring the elephant in the room. So this class is going to be about real estate, about selling, how to buy rentals, how to buy fix and flip. I'm also going to do something here. I'm going to talk about creative financing. I'm going to give you some good tips if you're interested in grants or using money for what we just talked about, real estate with impact. I'm going to talk about that too. And last but not, how to set up in a system where you can travel the way I do and still do deals. So it's cool.
Your internet
really from abroad. Show you how to live. Okay, I'm going to let you handle the rest.
It's okay. I'll close out. All right. So bye to Laura. I'm going to let her go enjoy Stonehenge.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. All right. So let's kind of talk right here and talk about what's the focus today, which is how successful real estate investors become successful, right? And how we invest with impact. If you don't have a bigger reason why you're investing and doing it to come from a place of impact, then you're going to struggle a lot more than someone that is genuinely here to help people out, right? And so we have been focusing the entire week in the Facebook group and our emails, everything on investing in impact and community and how it empowers you. So I want to talk a little bit about community and how it can empower you as an investor and how it applies to you. And people are going to roll their eyes and maybe even get off at this point, but I'm telling you right now, if it isn't for the community that we have as investors, a lot of investors would not be successful. They just wouldn't, right? So community, they provide support, they can provide encouragement and accountability, and you have a team behind you no matter wins or lessons. You're able to ask questions, you're able to brainstorm on ideas and collaborate on projects, right? So there's all kinds of things. A lot of my women JV with each other, or if they're having a hard time getting going, they'll reach out to people in the community and partner up and start moving. We do these, what we call hot seats, that we are now changing the name, but we call it, where we actually take these spotlights of the students that are successful, getting to go onto one of our student calls, and the other students getting to ask questions about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and sharing with nothing held back, right? Community provides that amazing ability for you. And even if you're not in a mentorship, networking and taking the time to meet other people really matters. But not just that, and one of my coaches said this once, one of the benefits of community is also when mistakes happen, or when you get discouraged, or when life happens in your personal life, and you have this community of people to encourage you, to show up for you, to keep pushing you towards your bigger reasons and whys, and to really lift you back up when it's hard, right? Having community matters. It matters whether it's a small or a big community of people that are there to rally behind you at any given time. Even in the beginning, when I was going live in the Facebook group, the people that were there to be like, Liz, you're doing great, you're doing amazing, even on the non-real estate side, it matters to have a community of like-minded women that show up for you every single time, right? And so one of the things that I recommend is really like having these women go in and help each other out and show up for each other, brainstorm, And that is how you scale. All investors I know do not only work alone. The ones that are successful lean on others, ask questions. One time it was us, me and all of my coaches. So you have 6 coaches sitting together. We were on a meeting. We meet once a month as all of us, and then we'll talk in between on there. But we were sitting there, and all these different questions were flying around, and what each business was happening, and where we needed help, and giving advice. Being able to have something like that, even as a high level investor, there's nothing that can replace that. Or even on our coaching side, as you guys know, we have a coach that coaches coaches. And so he helps us, like, how do we market better? But we go to his events and getting into that community. You can't replace that. You cannot replace sitting in a room full of like-minded individuals with similar goals, maybe all doing things a little differently, but similar goals, which is investing with impact. So we don't only mentor on just investing strategies, but how can you impact other people's lives and create this ripple effect where, yes, it benefits your lives, but how does it benefit others as well? So as an investor, being able to help other investors run their business and not stress over competition and things like that, more abundance will come to you because of that. Or as an investor working with sellers and not worrying about the money aspect of it, of course that's a benefit, but how to impact their lives and help them. Because a lot of the times, the way we teach, you're dealing with distressed sellers and they need help. They need out of their situation. And so for you to show up and impact their lives in that way and give them solutions is incredibly important, right? So things like that really matters. And so for me, that when I go and work with students or with other investors, even in general, like old students, people that I'm buying properties from now, full circle, right? Is working with them, and I needed help on things because it's my first time buying rentals, things like that. Who do you reach out to? You reach out to your mentors, you reach out to your community. So I reached out to the other coaches on my team that have experience in rentals, right? I reached out to Laura. I reached out to Dawn. I reached out to Maria. I reach out to these people that can help me make sure this is right. Right? Even me as a mentor, I only wholesale. Laura does everything else. So I only wholesale too. So to run numbers as a rehabber, which was this case, was incredibly important. And that's where community comes in. That's why I have the Real Estate Investing Women community. So whether you're on our YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram or our Facebook, definitely get into our Facebook group. If you're not already there, just search Real Estate Investing Women under the groups and you will see us pop up. But that community there are answers circling all the time. There are posts going around where women are helping each other for free. There's nothing to that part of there. And the ones that are in my student group even see the added value of having the support of people that are farther along for you, being able to answer questions and help you and encourage you. I had a lady the other day that said, what's holding me back is running numbers. And I said, bring them to a call. That's the whole point that we're here. We can confirm it so you feel confident putting in your offers. So this is how the best investors are created. They don't just do it on their own. And anyone that says I didn't have a single help, that's a lie. You had to Google at one point. You had to Google. That was another investor that taught you. You had to read a book. That was another investor. You had to reach out when you had questions. You had to talk to lawyers, especially if you weren't having mentors to limit the risk sometimes. You had to study up. Community does that. People and other investors that have blazed the path before you have showed up for you time and time and time again, right? And so I wanted to share that, and that how what you learn is a ripple effect to everything else in your life, to your kids, to your family, to your dogs, right? I just literally got a fenced in yard. I've wanted to do it forever, but I kept putting it off because I didn't feel like dealing with it, and good reason why, because it was dealing with contractors or something else. But I got a fence for my dogs to run, and they're just running and having a blast. Everything affects. I am able to teach women because of what I am learning. So I'm seeing daily women's lives that have changed. They're changing my life because I go in there and help out too, or to say, hey, this is where I want to learn, right? I'm finding out that emails are making a comeback. So I'm like, well, okay, great, because I've been trying this every couple of years and it doesn't work. So what are they doing? And you are always learning, no matter if you're a mentor or not. And even the other mentors out there are always learning because things are always changing. And that's why it's super important you follow mentors that actively invest, that are sharing what they're doing. They're open about what they're doing, and they're not trying to hide it. You want to do your due diligence. So I'm hoping this makes a little bit of sense. I want to look at my notes. I have some bullet points here where it does. I can tell you right now that I have students that are going through deals at the current moment where they would probably not finalize those deals if it wasn't for the community backing them up and helping them and answering questions. So while I go into announce the raffle, I would really, really love to hear your feedback from this and how community has benefited you. And I don't know if it's just the fact that we're talking community, but that was even before this week. The women in the group are just constantly sharing how the Real Estate Investing Women group has helped them and how they feel so good about the community and things like that. And it's such a good feedback for us as the mentors and the owners of the group to see you guys thriving, but to see that you love that community as much as I do. That community is almost a full-time job for me. I am in there all the time between that and my students and stuff, really giving back, because that's what I feel like I was meant to do. That's my purpose, is to empower women and give back. Real estate is just a tool. Real estate is what makes me wealthy. Real estate is what gets me out there. Real estate is why I can be there for my son. Real estate is why I can live the life I live, and Laura can go to Stonehenge, which I'm incredibly jealous she's there right now. She's done a lot of my bucket list on this one trip alone. But real estate gives us that freedom. Coaching gives us purpose, okay? Mentoring and helping women out gives us purpose in life. We don't have to mentor. We make plenty of money in real estate. But why would I not give back and share the knowledge with everyone else? And that's what we do. So it really matters in more than one thing. And I honestly feel that's what makes me the best investor for me, right? Is the fact that I can give back and share the knowledge that I'm going through or I've gone through with other people. I love that. It takes a village isn't just referring to our children. That is so true. I live by myself where I live. Like, there's no family, friends close to me. I heavily rely on the people that are on my life here to help me out. And they do help me out in other ways than just whatever it is, right? And I've been very blessed with that. I have people here that help me run my house, help me when I need to leave, help me with all kinds of things, checking on my house, neighbors. Community doesn't just refer to the children. It refers to your job. Investing can be very lonely. So to have people to turn to and to talk to, even in a virtual way, is incredibly important. And that is why I love the REIW community. That is why we created it, is to give women a place to go to when they need help, inspiration, want to share their excitement because their family doesn't understand what they're doing. Why are you going into entrepreneurship? Why are you working for yourself? What if it fails? Well, you're going to do this in the crazy market, things like that. That's when you can turn around and talk to us, and we support you. I had a lady on a call last week that she was like, I'm alone in this. Everyone thinks I'm crazy for doing this, but I just know that this is what I'm meant to do. And I was like, you're not alone in this anymore. You have me. You have 100 other students that are there for you and will show up for you to drop in a hat. We've had a lot of stuff going on with some of our students, and they have went into the group and have formed lifelong friendships. I'm actually going out of town with one of those that I've met through the group this weekend, with lifelong friendships that I will know her and love her for the rest of my life, right? Like getting to hang out and stuff like that. And so you get that benefit when you're part of a community. So that's the impact here. That's where you start seeing. And what you can see though, as you start investing more and more, making more money, is you're impacting more and more people. I make more money so I can help more people. I give back. I donate. I buy things and hand them out all the time. People say I'm like the best gift giver because I'm thoughtful, but it's the money. The company doesn't pay for a lot of the stuff that I give out. I do, right? Like, it's something that I do to make people feel good about themselves. I donate my time. I donate my resources. I donate. It doesn't just have to be money, right? It doesn't have to just come in money, but real estate definitely gives you that. It is the one tried and true way to freedom of all kinds, not just financial. Freedom of confidence, freedom of time, freedom to do what you want to do, freedom to be there where you want to be. If you don't have kids, freedom to do what you want to do, right? If you want to sleep until 11, you're not on somebody else's time. And that's what I love. And that's why this community is so important to me and to all the women that are in it, that are actively in it every single day. They value that community. So I went on a tangent there, but it just matters. It matters so much, and that is why we're here. So, speaking of that, if you want a glimpse into what it's like to be in the community, then I definitely recommend what Laura said, is checking out our masterclass. I just went live in there for our pre-masterclass stuff to give them what to know. It's not too late to join. It's $27. For real. We have completely revamped this thing. It's nothing like even the last one. We've even changed what we are talking about every single day based off of feedback from others. But we have really we want to show you what it's like. And even if you're just semi-interested, get in there. You can be new, you can be seasoned. We're going to talk about how to scale on this. We're offering raffles. There's all kinds of things going on, and it's only $27. It's 6 hours of your time total for the week. And this is information you could take with you for life. And as you know, Laura and I actively invest. Our guest speakers we're bringing are actually 2 of the REIW coaches. They actively invest. They turn to coaches with working with us. So there's a lot of opportunity here to really show you that it can be done. There are women out there doing it, to prove and also let you be a part of the community, to see what it's like to work and network with people that are like-minded. It gives you the right information, because there's so much misinformation out there, and things are changing every single day. So things that were even taught just a few months ago don't always work right now. And so it's just things like that you don't get to replace. And it's $27. I mean, if anything, you're going to at least find one thing that works with you, that will stay with you for life, that can make you tons of money. Because again, this economy it's amazing to get in. It's the time to get in, right? And we are going to show you everything that works right now. Not what worked a few months ago, but what works right now. So join, $27. I'm going to get off here. Enjoy your weekend. What were your takeaways from this live? What do you feel you benefit from being in this live? And what you can walk away with knowing? And for those of you that are in the masterclass, I will see you next week. My students, I will see you at 1 for our weekly call. I'm going to try and actually get on today, and because today's usually our other coach's day, but I like to get in and listen sometimes. And I can't wait to really get to see where you guys all go. And even if you don't attend the masterclass, we are not those people. Stay in this community. Take what you can. We give out content every single week. We give out a ton of content, a ton of lives, a ton of stuff to really help you out and get you going, even for free. All right. Bye, everybody. See you soon.